Guys, it's about to get hashtag wholesome happy.
Hashtag Christmas.
Don't you love the commercialization of Christmas and how it's not really about the holiday anymore, but about spending money? Hashtag wholesome.
No, don't make this an Adam ruins everything. What segment?
That's how my life feels nowadays. I look around and I'm like, God, everything sucks.
Jeff ruins everything. A new show.
I could do it.
I think that actually should have been a podcast.
It could be a new segment, yeah. Into the new year, where it's like, hey, you know that thing you like? Fuck you. You know that country you like, Israel? Yeah, they violate human rights. Fuck you.
But I'm happy for Christmas.
You know, England. They're turning it into an authoritarian state that polices speech and bans porn. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that, Will.
Yeah. It's fucking weird. Anyhow, Christmas!
I'm still happy. I mean, sure. My favorite game because of this season has been Valhalla, because the whole game is during winter. So it's like the perfect time. And
the music's so good.
The music's so great. I'm almost done with it too. I passed the Christmas party. Right now I'm getting ready for the new year, where I have to make sure Jill isn't going to be...
Gotta have enough money.
Yeah, because I've heard that if you don't do that, you get the bad ending regardless. And
I wonder what ending you're going to get, because the ending depends on things that you do. You remember the guy with the question mark who comes in a lot?
Virgilio? Yeah, I took care of him.
Yeah, if you got all this... remember how he would give you, trivia of, give me this specific drink, but I'm not going to tell you the name? If you got all of those... Yeah, well, if you got all of them correct, then you unlock his ending. What's it called? And then, for a lot of other guests, like the, Alma, the hacker, if you do everything for her, but if you get all of them, I don't know really what happens.
Yeah, I don't know either. I feel like... That's the thing I kind of want to do.
Yeah, but there's, I think, 5 different good endings, 1 neutral ending, and 1 bad one. And the bad one is you get evicted and you go and live with Alma, and you have to share a couch with her. And Jill is in crippling debt. So, yeah, that's the bad ending. But another one is if you serve. Remember that android who came in near the beginning, Kira Miki or whatever her name was?
Oh yeah, she was great.
If you gave her the oolong tea or whatever it's called, the alcoholic tea that she wanted, that unlocks her ending as well, where she gives you tickets to her concert.
I think I got that. Maybe, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I didn't get that because because you have to buy the tea recipe from the shop.
I did that,
and I did not.
I'm not too sure if I served it to her though. I feel like I did, but I'm not too sure.
But if you have enough money, then you'll at least get the neutral ending. But if you got Virgilio's thing right, then you definitely got his ending, where I think you help him open a curry stand.
Oh really?
Yeah,
that's nice.
It's fun.
By the way, I feel like, okay, spoilers for anyone who actually plays Valhalla. Leave for a second right now. Okay, I think that Alma is definitely the white rabbit. It's a hacker rabbit.
Yeah, definitely. I actually haven't finished the game. I've been getting near it, but I've just been so busy. And I've been playing other things. I've been playing the Kingdom Hearts games recently, and those are fun. They're very confusing, but they're fun.
You don't go for the plot.
That's what my brother, who got me into the series, said that I should go in for. So I'm actually trying to pay attention to it, and I'm mostly just like, what the is happening? And then he'll just tell me stuff that happens in future games. I'm like, wait, but that contradicts lore. He's like, yeah, they just rewrote that so it didn't happen. And I'm just like, and in the first game, it's like, okay, Sora, the main character, is the only one who can wield the Keyblade. It's like, okay, yeah, he was chosen by the single Keyblade. And then in the second one, it's like, oh, your friend Riku and Kairi can have Keyblades as well. It's like, well, that's kind of weird, but okay. And then apparently, when after all the side games, you get to the third game, and it's like there's a Keyblade dispensary. It's like everybody gets one, and there's confirmed, I think 20-some Keyblade users, and I'm like, how the hell is Sora special anymore? Because in the first game, it's like, oh, he's the Keyblade wielder. Now it's like, oh, look, another Keyblade wielder. What's yours called? Fantasia? wow, cool, get in line. And then apparently the series does what no series should ever do. It adds time travel.
Oh no. Oh wait, I think I do remember this. Drop by distance.
Dream drop distance, yes, among other things. Like the main villain Xehanort being like 6 different people.
I'm Xehanort. No, I'm Xehanort. We're all Xehanort.
Are there any other Xehanorts I should know about? And then just another one shows up and he's like, ah! It's crazy, but the gameplay's pretty fun, and I've gotten so used to hearing Donald Duck talk that I can actually understand what he's saying. Like if like Donald Duck walked up to me and went, I'd be like, no, Donald, you're not getting that goddamn hot dog. But anyways, Christmas. I'm looking forward to it. I wish it would come faster because I know one gift I'm getting, which is VR, and I'm really looking forward to that. One thing I'm worried about though is my glasses. From what I read, they can fit inside mostly if they're about 2 inches tall at most and 6 inches wide. And I think mine are within those dimensions. I couldn't find a ruler, but I think they're about the size, correct? And I'm worried about my head because my head is really big.
It's the hair you're gonna have to worry about.
And the hair, I might have to put my hair in a ponytail when I play in VR, but it should be fun. I've got a lot of games to look forward to, like Beat Saber, and Gorn, and Budget Cuts, and all that.
Super Hot.
Super Hot, yep. I'm going to play Subnautica in VR, which is the underwater game. And mind you, my biggest fear is the ocean. And Subnautica normally is scary to me, especially the deeper, dark regions. But in VR, I don't know if I can go past the shallows.
Well,
but that should be fun. That should be fun.
It's gonna be a controlled environment. You get to go scuba diving.
Yeah.
Completely dry.
And speaking of another thing of Christmas, I wanted to give you a Christmas gift, which was Persona 4, but you haven't finished 3 yet, and it's been a year. So I'll give it to you as a late Christmas gift when you eventually finish.
Okay, I'll do it. I'm gonna just.
And I'm actually gonna give you over there. You can't see it because it's black and there's a lot of black stuff back there. Is my PS TV, which you can hook up to any TV, and I'll give you one of my PS3 controllers, so you can actually play a Persona game on a controller like it's intended to be played.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, because I'm not using it for anything else. I just bought it for $100 to play Persona 4 Golden when I had some money. So
because it was the only way you can play it.
It was either that or buy a Vita, and the PS TV was cheaper and let me play on a big screen.
So, that makes sense.
Yep. What about you? What are you looking forward to for Christmas?
I think for the most part, I am going to use this time to work on projects and try to build up my portfolio and resume again, because I have some things that I've been keeping on the back burner for a while, like updating websites and doing my own like personal things, because I've been trying to do like weird 3D animations and on the browser, and I had one that I want to finish up and really make it look cool, so that way you can play like a turntable and listen to music on it.
Should prove interesting.
Also trying to see when I'm going to hold off from from having eggnog, because I'm just waiting for like Christmas week to come in so I can just buy up all the Christmas stuff.
You getting alcoholic eggnog or
no? I'm gonna get normal.
We're
eggnog.
good boys.
I am good boy.
We don't drink under 21.
Even though in literally every other country, totally fine.
Well,
by now it's.
I don't actually plan on drinking like ever. So that's me.
You see, I'm not even particularly jazzed about it yet, because I feel like I'm the kind of person that could get easily addicted into a substance if I don't take it. So that's why I'm a little bit cautious. Because I remember I used to have to take pain medication for, like, I think it was a surgery I had. I'm not too sure what it was. But anyway, I had to take pain medication for a surgery. And during that time, they gave me pills to manage the pain. But they felt so good that I would take it even after school just to feel something nice. And then the funny thing is, you know those, like, don't do drug campaigns in middle school? They actually worked with me because I was in the middle of.
Are you saying
that? Yeah, because I just had a moment.
That like goddamn Dare actually worked on someone?
No, not Dare. I just like when they started talking about prescription. Like they said, take your mom and dad's like medications, not the don't do drugs like marijuana and weed, because that's not gonna work. But the ones like the subtle, before the big pharma scandals about whatever addictive stuff with their drugs, it actually worked for me because I was like, oh shoot, wait a minute, if the teacher says that taking pills are bad for mom and dad if I don't need it, and I'm only taking it for the thrill of it, or like for the fun of the medicine, I just kind of had put 2 and 2 together. Like, I don't think I should be doing this
listening
anymore.
to authority. Hashtag not libertarian.
So I threw the pill bottle away, and I was just like, and as I look back now, I'm just like, wow, I nearly could have been a druggie, but nope.
You talked about music earlier, how you want to make that music thing. And I wanted to close out talking a little bit about the end of the decade and what the next one might bring by an example of what I think a big field in this next decade will be. I think you've seen this already, but it's a song, and it'll be our end credits song, I think. It's a song fully created by a AI that was given hundreds of Eurovision songs, which is a music contest in Europe, and it created its own song, the notes, the lyrics, everything, and it sang it, and it'll be our end credits song. You might be hearing it now. And I think AI and this sort of stuff will be a huge thing in the next decade. Robots and AI are getting really close to having greater intelligence. They're just trying to figure out more human things. Like, they can do numbers and stats really well, but they can't understand what feelings are or what makes us human. But I feel like we'll get closer to that in the next decade. And I think you will see a lot of big name music, like musicians start using AI to write their lyrics. Because if you listen to the song, you hear the lyrics sound a bit weird, but they sound like something a human might write who doesn't know English like the greatest. Like, it's their second language. But it still sounds okay.
You know what?
Especially the actual instruments of it.
It says a lot about what we think about creativity then. Because then if creativity can be automated, is that something we necessarily want? Or in that case, how do you make that tendency? Because eventually, the thing that you don't want to be in a situation is where you just can't find a good purpose for a human. But I do remember a quote from Elon Musk saying, humans are like the bootloader or the sex organs of AI. So we
until they learn to produce themselves. But honestly, I don't think machines will ever fully be like a human being, just because they're synthetic and we're organic, and there's different chemistry there. We run on chemicals and blood and oxygen. Valhalla. They'll run on oil, electricity, and such, and our thought process will be different. Just like how a man thinks differently from a woman, I think AI will think differently from a human being. And I think we could work together to complement each other.
Ironically, Cyberpunk has a best case solution where the AI and the humans work together, like in Cyberpunk Bartender, with, what was her name? Dorothy.
Yeah, although Dorothy makes me a bit uncomfortable, but yeah.
It is kind of that case. I don't know how it would feel if I saw a real life Dorothy.
Well, for those who don't know the game, in this world of the game, it's like I think 100 years from now or something like that. What's it called? Or let's the late 21st century, and it's in this city where there's basically very few laws, and there's a lot of innovation, but also a lot of corruption. And you're a bartender at this pretty small bar called VA11 Hall A, or Valhalla. And it's a good game. It's cheap, and it's on most systems. But robots and AI exist, and they are pretty human. I mean, you do eventually meet a brain in a jar that talks to you. But most of the other robots, they have human features, but you can obviously tell they're still mechanical. You might be able to see a screw in them or something. But some of them are like Kira Miki, who's this who's this AI robot turned pop star, who sings about her own experiences and her artificial emotions and what they mean to her and such. She's pretty popular. And then there's other ones like Dorothy, who is modeled to be around 14, 15-year-old girl. 13? Oh, okay.
13,
Christ.
actually.
And she is a sex worker in the city. Yeah, she's been alive 27 years. But her body will, because it's metal will be permanently at that of a 13-year-old. And that makes me a bit uncomfortable. She can obviously change herself at will because her body is, robotic. It's like modular is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, constant and...
But it's a bit weird to think, like, body of a 13-year-old and people, like, have sex with her? That's a bit creepy to me. But...
I feel like the lolicons go to her, but
Or the pedophiles, it's the same thing by another name.
But then she has those, she has those heavy guns
on her
that anytime...
She can flip up her the tips of her fingers, and they have bullets inside of them. She can shoot at people. So, that's the unregulated capitalism and innovation of Glitch City at work. But I mean, something like that where they can live, humans and machines can live side by side, I think would be an idyllic future. But no matter how much an idealist like me really wants it to be better, the cynic inside of me knows that it probably won't be that great. I mean, it'll be alright probably, but not like amazing. I got one more thing to talk about before we stop. I actually took the MBTI, the Myers-Briggs personality test again. I used to be a ISTP, but my personality has actually changed. I took the test last time a year and a half ago. That's really before I found myself. And I changed to an INFP.
INFP? Oh, is that the... No, not the feeler.
Yeah, I'll send you the articles on the two that I got. But also, I was very close to being an INFJ. My P and J's were very close to each other. It was like 56% P. ISTJ. Oh, so you're kind of like my old personality, which was this one, ISTP. And then here's the one that I was close to.
The Advocate.
Yeah, and...
Sauron.
Yeah. Reading through this, it was very close to me. Here, I'll send you a screenshot of the stats, because I got it on the left here, because I took it on this site. If you're wondering the site, it's 16personalities.com. They've got...
The one that's the best graphics on there, honestly. Yeah, for me, I'm ISTJ and ISTP. Like,
man,
I'm in
you're like
that because the J and
you're
the
like
P.
yeah. If you're ISTJ, you're like the complete opposite of me. Besides I.
Yeah, because I'm very much what's the word? Focus on like a goal. I'm very like A to B, get things done. I will admit, like the best thing about my personality, which is both a curse and I guess like in a way a blessing, is my personality is perfect for working. Yeah, in the section about INFP, I'm an INFP-T, by the way, which means that my personality is turbulent and it's changing a lot. Yeah.
And if you're an introvert with a turbulent personality, as you can see there, it has the constant improvement strategy, which means you're always trying to get better, which actually fits my personality because I'm always trying to be a better person. At like all the time, because I know I'm kind of a bad person sometimes, but whenever I see that, I try to think, okay, we gotta do better next time.
I gotta see and take this test again because I didn't know they had this.
And then it says I'm the diplomat there because I'm the NF right there. But yeah, my personality has changed a lot, like an actual lot since a year and a half ago, because I really started letting my emotions in more. I started like actually listening to them instead of pushing them down so much like I did before, and it's made me a lot happier. Honestly, I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually like enjoying life and meeting people.
Well, that's proof of a character.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, go back to like episode 1 to now. It's like, wow, Jeff's changed a lot, and I'd be interested to see if your results change.
I should check because I would prefer to be more in the ISTP sense of things, where there's a bit more life to it. But whenever I'm really more having a lot of fun, that's where I become more ISTP, where I'm just enjoying building or I'm enjoying doing like crazy stuff, kind of like Nathan Drake, kind of going through stuff. I will admit, one of the things I would like to do before I'm 25 is the ability to just do like parkour and stuff.
That'd be definitely fun. Definitely, yeah.
Or like that'd be fun if I could do that with urban exploration.
But that'd be great. Yeah, what do I want to do in my 20s? Yeah, with 20, man. I definitely want to see more of the world, meet more people, hear their stories, and learn what life is like in other areas. Is really what I want to do in my 20s. I want to see more about the human race. You know, it's probably my favorite subject is people and how they think and what they do and how they change, because I think people really can change into anything they want. You know, we talk in some of my classes about like, are leaders born or made? And I think they're definitely made. I don't think people are really born with much besides their genes. You know, and even in the future, those might be able to change.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like that's true. Like, there's a lot of things where, sure, there's people who have like an innate quality towards a certain type of thinking or a certain type of doing things, but I can't say they're like, oh, this is a born leader, because I feel like a lot of things are just learned.
I don't think people are even born with innate attractions towards things. Like, you say, oh, I've always been interested in math. Like, I think when you were young, someone was probably interested in math and you liked them, and therefore you were interested in math as well. I think it's all nurture. Like,
that could be it.
If you took a person at birth and raised them a certain way, they're gonna act a certain way. You know, it's not that, oh, you were born with this personality trait. Because look at a baby. What can you tell about their personality? Nothing. They're just really simple.
Yeah, really nothing.
It's what you teach that kid and the experiences they have, the world around them, their culture, everything that influences who they are and what they're interested in. And I want to learn more about that and how that works, how the brain works, how other cultures perceive things that I enjoy or I do. It's really interesting to me. So
I do know that when I was growing up, I was just given a bunch of Legos and like building blocks along with like stuffed animals. So those are the things. And then eventually now I like building like applications and websites. So
I mean, when I was a kid, I was always reading books about, fantasy lands and such, far off places. But I was also looking after my brother and like people that he knew and my friends. I was always trying to be like a protector for them almost, because I was bigger and taller than all them, so I thought I had to. So I think that really put in that sense of caring about people to me. But because of the culture that I lived in, we still live in the time where boys aren't pushed to really show their emotions, and they're really pushed to push everything down and try to be stoic. I molded my own personality into something that fit that more. But now I feel like I've finally broken out of that. I really feel like me, I care about people. I have emotions. I cry sometimes, and that's okay. I'm human just like everybody else, and I don't think people should be ashamed of having emotions.
Whoa. That's great. That's honestly great to hear.
Yeah. Well, that was Tangent Podcast. Thank you for. We've been doing this for what? A year and a half now. Wow, time flies. I remember making this back in the summer after graduation. Man, wow, time flies. Well, thank you for listening to another year of Tangent Podcast. I am really going to look forward to another year. And I'm looking forward to talking more. And hopefully our classes don't take up so much of our time that you have to wait 2 months again. Or a month, or a real long time.
I'm going to definitely try and make this a bit more of my priority, because I seen that 2 months, I was like, that hurt. There was a moment where I just felt like I need to get back to this, but man, I'd taken a long time to get back to this.
Well,
so I'm going to definitely
don't feel too bad. You can do better, and I know you can, and I can too. I take my own time when it's my job to do all of it. So the blame's not wholly on you. I should have tried to talk to you more. But thank you for listening to Tangent Podcast this year. Have a happy New Year, happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate anything, then enjoy your break if you have one. And if you don't, Godspeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep up the grind.
Make that money.
Oh.
And hopefully spend it on something that makes you happy. Remember, money can't bring you happiness. Other people can. Or you can bring yourself happiness by trying to understand yourself more. So, my New Year's resolution, I'm going to say it here on this, is to try to help other people understand who they are more. And try to, make them happy, is my New Year's resolution. So, I know that might sound a bit idealistic and probably a little cheesy, but fuck it, that's what it is.
Damn, now I think about this. I really want to feel like a master at the things I want to feel like a master of myself and the things that I really like, and devote and just put my attention towards the things I care about instead of just things that take up my, like, just junk. Remove all the junk and only be a master of myself.
That's a pretty great resolution. So, whatever your resolutions may be, whatever you're doing here at the end of this year, we both hope you enjoy it and hope that you come back again to listen to the Tangent Podcast, the best podcast on the internet. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise.
That's right. Eat your heart out, everyone else.
Get out of here. Go be with your family, unless your family sucks, in which case go be with your friends or something. Yeah.
Have
a good time. See you next year.
Next time.
Bye.